We'll now turn our attention to golf, the Canadian Open. The week following the Open Championship, Jordan Spieth's impressive victory. It was a very good Open, very professional from Spieth, very clean and tidy. Kept it in play better than anyone else and putted better than anyone else. So congratulations to him, and he's shown that he's a legend of the game at such a young age. So there'll be plenty more coming from him in the future. I would say we never backed him on this channel. We don't always get to, because the reason why is his price is fairly short. It wasn't bad this week in the Open. I think it was 14 to 1 or something like that. But still, we tend to try and go for the 20 to 1s plus where we can to try and get that value. And I think Spieth won, but I think he won at pretty much a fair price. There wasn't a huge amount of meat on the bone, but we'll be keeping an eye on him. I wonder if the bookies will be cutting him to some very short prices going forward, which will make it difficult for us to back him. But speaking of that, we can turn our attention to the market in the Canadian Open, where Dustin Johnson is going off the favourite at 7 to 1. It's a pretty low number. Again, white hot season, but we're not going anywhere near 7 to 1. You can get Matt Kuchar at 11 to 1. After such an impressive performance last week in the Open, the bookies have gone after him at 11 to 1. It's too short for us. I think it's too short anyway. I don't even think that's the correct price. I think it should be a bit higher. Charlie Hoffman, 25 to 1. It's a fair number. He's been in good form all season. He's been impressive. Tony Finau, 28 to 1. I think the bookies think that he has a chance in a field like this. We've backed him before on this channel. We won't back him here. Bubba Watson, 33 to 1. We often back Bubba here and there when his price shoots up, because he hasn't been in the sort of form that he's capable of. A two-time Masters champion, very big hitter, a very creative short game. His price has drifted a bit. In a field like this, I mean, that's a number that we're definitely going to look at. We'll take Bubba Watson there, in fact. This is 7 places, a fifth of the odds. 33 to 1, Bubba Watson. We'll go with that. As I've said before, the talent that he has is it's not debatable. He has it. It's just whether he shows up in a field like this is dangerous. So we're going to go with Bubba Watson as our first selection this week. Then you've got Patrick Cantlay is back in action at 33 to 1. Kevin Chappell, 40 to 1. Danny Lee, 45 to 1. Ian Poulter, 45 to 1. It's a fair number in this field, I think. We're not going to go for it, but I could see anyone who did want to go for it, I could see where they're coming from. The next one we're going to go for is JB Holmes. He's a very big hitter, reasonably consistent this season. Shows up here and there. In a field like this, with his power, we're not going to look past him. I think he's coming in at a fairly reasonable number this week. I think there's a little bit of meat on the bone even on JB Holmes. When he's talking about 50 to 1 on 7 places in a field like this, I think it's decent. We're also going to look towards David Lingmuth. Now, his name has been around all season. Right? All season his name's been around. He's either been leading after a round or two. He's been in the mix, and then he tends to fall away. We've backed him a few times on this channel. He hasn't won anything either, but I'm going to keep the faith of Lingmuth at 50 to 1. I can afford to. It's a fair number. In a field like this, it's more than a fair number. I think it's a juicy number on David Lingmuth. I would have thought at some stage he's going to break his duck. He's just been there or thereabout. He's just got to be consistent for 72 holes. We're going to go with him, 50 to 1. We're going to take that Charlie Hoffman at 25 to 1. That is the shortest selection we're going to go for. He's coming in sort of third or fourth shortest price. He's just been tidy all year. We know how he plays. He's reliable. He's impressive. He's got a reasonable temperament. He's got a lot of experience. In this field, we'll take him. This could be the week where he actually lifts the trophy. So we'll take Charlie Hoffman. And then we're going to go for 2 sort of higher price value plays, if you like. Some would say Hail Marys. We're going to go for James Hahn. Saw him at the Open, swinging it quite nice. He's got a very nice game, actually, Hahn. He's coming in at 100 to 1. I just think it's a massive number. If he can get it together this week, fair enough. If he can't, 100 to 1. Not going to lose any sleep about it, so we'll take Hahn. We'll take Cameron Tringale as well. I think he's a talented player. The number he's been put on is 100 to 1. I think it's a big number in this field. We haven't got all the top players here. Of course, Dustin Johnson is there. Matt Kuchar's there, fair enough, but it's not an elite field following the Open. So someone like Cameron Tringale has a good week, he could place. Who knows what could happen? So our selections for the Canadian Open, just to run through quickly. David Lingmuth, 50-1. Bubba Watson, 33-1. Charlie Hoffman, 25-1. JB Holmes, 50-1. James Hahn, 100-1. And Cameron Tringale at 100-1. All a fifth of the odds, all 7 places. Give any opinions if you have any, if there's anyone you fancy this week, and let us know why. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.